Hey friends, welcome back to the farm. It's been a while since I've done some longer videos. We've just been having some struggles around here, but I wanted to kind of give update on where we are with different things, what we've got going on the farm right now. I'm trying to get back in the swing of making some videos. My friend Angela and I have been working on a little gardening once a week segment that we're just having a lot of fun with together. But I wanted to show you what else we have going on around the farm, kind of tell you some of the struggles we've been having lately. So will you take a walk with me? So first I've got to go make sure that the pigs and chickens that are over by the garden have water. We have started to get at least the pigs rotating again now that we've got some green grass coming up and such, so we're working on getting everyone back out in portable fences. We're very excited about that, very excited about not buying hay anymore. Hay costs have gone crazy high, over $100 higher than we were paying a year ago. The last time we bought hay was $150 for a round bale, and that was a good deal that we found. So it's been crazy, and we're very excited to see the grass growing. All right, my dog's probably gonna bark, so you'll have to excuse that. Yep. Let me show you why the dogs are barking. The dogs are barking because all these animals are invading their space. So I hope you can even hear me. Are the piggies thirsty? I'm gonna get you some water. Yeah, I'm gonna get you some water. So these are the girls over here, if you can even hear me, over all their cute little pig noises. So Stella and Fancy and all of their daughters here. The boys that we still have are in a different section. Okay, now that everyone's a little bit quieter. So the pigs, this area we already had fenced off with these hog panels like this from when they were here back like late summer. And honestly, you know, the summer was crazy. We left them here too long, and this was just dirt. I did not think anything was gonna grow back here. And then I just look out here one day and there's all this tall grass. So putting them back in there to mow that down a little bit for me. And then here we've got some chickens that are tilling for me so that I can plant things along here. Angela and I the other day planted onions over here. You may see that in our other gardening video, but that's what we've got going on over here. Working on getting the garden cleaned out. You can see we've done some, but not all, but we're getting there. The pigs back there, the female piglets we had been hoping to sell. We got into coonies because one, they're adorable, and a lot of people like them because they don't have long noses like typical pigs, so they don't really like dig everything up bad, but they're good, you know, for keeping your pastures knocked down. And they're just very sweet pigs. They like belly rubs. But we got registered coonies for the purpose of raising and selling registered cooney pigs as a way to make money on our farm, because their babies were selling for significant amounts of money. But by the time we had babies, they were no longer selling for significant amounts of money, despite being registered and, you know, fancy pedigree and all that. And so we still have 4 of the girls. We have 2 of the boys left, and we ended up just cutting them so that we could raise them for meat. So that is why we still have so many pigs. Now I'm on the other side, so the dogs are gonna bark at me over here. I'm just gonna show you what we have going on in the greenhouse. So we had to redo it because it had collapsed again. So we've changed the structure to where these horizontal boards are on the inside, and then we've put this PVC pipe on the outside to hopefully prevent water from collecting. So far it has worked. We're gonna go in here and see what we've got growing. my fancy door. Oh, it's nice and warm in here. I need to do some cleaning up in here really badly. Let's see, that's a little herb. Oh, look at this, a lot of oregano coming up, holy basil. What else do we have? What is this? Oh, huckleberry bushes, yay. I tried to grow those last year and they never made it to the garden. This is some Turkish eggplant. These that are doing so good are a purple cauliflower the kids got me. This says black cherry tomato, but I fear that's something else that blew in. Gold rush cherry tomatoes. We have some aromas popping up. Oh, there's a Cherokee purple popping up back here. Way back there. Hopefully tomatoes will continue to pop up as we go here because we love tomatoes. This tray is mostly brassicas, lettuces. This is chamomile. Back here we have peppers, and I had quite a few peppers growing, and then I left the door of the greenhouse open one day and Eliza the peahen came in here and ate them all. So we just replanted these less than a week ago. On Sunday, I think I replanted these. And it is Wednesday. So hopefully we'll see some more there soon. That's what we've got going on in the greenhouse. I mentioned that we've been having some struggles lately. I will share a little bit of that with you. Well, one, I mean, like most people in the country right now, finances have been a real struggle this year. With the farm and with feed prices and hay prices going up, as well as with Thomas switching jobs. It's been a really rough year financially. And hey, Stacy girl, there's Stacy. It's just been a really rough year financially, trying to make the farm pay for itself. And we have made great strides this year in the things that we make and the money we make at market. But winter is market season's off season. So it's been really hard, really hard couple of months financially. But on top of that, I don't know if I'll ever be able to make a full video explaining this whole situation, but after a month and a half, 2 months of trying to save her, we lost our dairy cow Bessie. So that was Monday. We kind of knew over the weekend that that's the direction it was going. So as you can imagine, I was pretty devastated. She was a very, very special cow. That's all I have in me to share about that right now. But on top of that, Sunday, one of our goats, this one right here, actually I'm about to go in there, had babies. She had a little girl and a little boy, and then unfortunately she had one that was stuck that we had to pull, and it did not make it. This is Josiah's goat. Josiah is our sweet little tender-hearted boy. He obviously was very excited about these goats. The boy didn't seem to be doing very well, so when I got home, I wasn't here when they were born, I milked Lily and gave him a bottle, and he seemed to be doing better and seemed like he was going to be okay. That was Saturday. And then Sunday we came home from church and he was not okay. So I got him and I gave him a bottle again, hoping that that would revive him. And I still at that point really thought we were going to be able to nurse him to health. But unfortunately we were not able to. So as you can imagine, he was our first little blue-eyed baby from our goat Tink that I got him specifically for his blue eyes, hoping he would pass that down. And this was the first little blue-eyed baby, and Josiah was so excited. So it was really heartbreaking. for him to have that loss. But what I really wanted to share is we've been going through all these struggles, and I mean, it's hard. Hey Madison, please don't knock that over. So as we're going through all these struggles, I mean, we still are going through struggles, and life seemed really hard. I mean, after surviving the year of both of our dads in the hospital, and we were really hoping for a better 2023, and so for it to start out as it has was really difficult. And man, I was really struggling and wrestling with God about it. But over this past weekend and this week, which should have been the absolute hardest, man, God just really showed up for us in the way of friends, in the way of like logistically working things out that I don't even want to get into at the moment. Hey, Lily. And giving us these sweet little blessings. This is Lily's baby. How beautiful is she? How beautiful is she? She doesn't have blue eyes, but they are very light. The goats are gonna knock over the camera. But this is Lucy's little girl, and she's Lucy's revolting. She says, "Don't show no paparazzi for my baby." But she's super cute. Look at her. And Lily's such a good mama. And then this morning we woke up to 2 more babies. That is Lucy. That is our daughter Ava's goat. And I will see if she'll let me show you these babies because they are precious. So Lucy had a little boy and a little girl. This one here with the brown is the girl. So this one is the little girl, and look at those gorgeous blue eyes. Is she not so precious? And here's the little boy. And look at the camera, who also has gorgeous blue eyes. Oh goodness, I know. This is Lucy's first time to kid, and she is being an awesome mom. She has done so well. I'm so proud of her. She is actually Madison, our daughter Ada's little brown goat. Lucy is her daughter. So these are Madison's grandbabies. So Evie Hammond, if you're watching this, Evie is our friend that when they moved from Texas to Virginia, Madison was her goat, and she sold her to our daughter Ada. So these are Madison's grandbabies, and they couldn't possibly be cuter. They are so adorable. So still left on the list to kid is this one here. This is Susie. Let's see how, will you let me show how wide you are? She probably has 2 in there. Honestly, I was really surprised Lucy had 2 because she wasn't that big. So 2 of them have gone. So Susie still is gonna kid any day now. Honestly, I really thought Susie was gonna kid first because she has been showing more signs. I'm just like, any day she's gonna go. So here we have, what you doing, Madison? You're not about to have babies, are you? I'd really love for you to have babies tomorrow. Do you know why? Tomorrow's Ada's birthday, and I think it would be so fun for you to have your babies on Ada's birthday. But you're looking suspiciously like you might be about to have babies. Are you about to kid? Guess we'll keep an eye on you. And then here we have Leia, who, bless her, look how wide that baby is. She's got to have at least 3 in there. 3 is the most she's ever had. But I don't know if she's ever been this big. I mean, my goodness. Here are some other happy additions to our farm. This Lavender Orpington here hatched these 4 babies a couple weeks ago, who have knocked their stuff over and made a big mess. So I gotta clean all that out and fix it, huh? So I actually have got to get this brooder cleaned out and set up. I'm probably Probably gonna do it tomorrow because I'm running out of time today before I have to go pick up kids. But I've got to get it set up and ready because we are about to have new baby chicks. I gotta do a quick peafowl shot here. So we let the peafowl out of their enclosure. So now they are free ranging. The chickens aren't so sure about them yet, but they're in the front there. That's Angelica. This white one is a girl. I don't have a name for her yet. I'm trying to decide. Then the boys here, we have Lafayette, Fitzwilliam, and I'm voting Sir Elton John for this one here, but we haven't totally settled on it yet. And so we have our other peahen, Eliza. I'm not sure where she is at the moment. She has like hung out with them some, but then will go off on her own some. Oh, she's actually in the peacock enclosure. Oh, that's so funny. I finally let all of your friends out and now you're sitting in here? What are you doing? What are you doing, gorgeous? I'm gonna see if I can zoom in on her face. She has the prettiest markings on her face. Isn't she such a pretty girl? Yeah, it's like she has on eye makeup. Alright, so I mentioned that we will need to get the brooder ready because we will soon have baby chicks. So let me tell you about that. We are so very excited after, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years of kind of raising some different chicken breeds and experimenting to see what we liked. We settled on the Delaware Enhanced broilers, which are these guys over there. We're gonna get a closer look, to be our meat chicken breed. They grow faster than our average like egg layer type chickens. They get bigger, but unlike Cornish cross, these we can hatch ourselves. So I'm very excited about that. And we put our first batch in the incubator 18 days ago, which means that this weekend we will have our first batch of meat chickens born on our farm that we will be able to offer. So excited about that. So here's a closer look at our Delaware Enhanced broilers. There's Big Daddy Rooster there, who did an excellent job fertilizing some eggs for us. They're so bad about pulling all the straw out of here. We put 24 eggs in, and I think like 20 of them were fertilized, so that was really exciting. So I'm actually going to start collecting today. Any that I pulled today and over the next few days will go in the incubator next week because we're going to keep hatching them every time we get some out of the incubator. We're going to put more in the incubator because we are going to be selling these freezer ready to our customers. So they take 16 weeks to grow out, which is longer than a Cornish cross, but for what we were trying to accomplish, it meets our goals. And so we're satisfied with that. They're really great. They forage a lot. They walk around and scratch, which is something that we wanted because we follow livestock with them. So I got 5 eggs so far today. So those will go in something marked Delaware Don't Eat, which my kids know are eggs for the incubator. Here is our Angus cross steer. He is getting pretty big. Oh, so sorry. Do you mind? Could you? All right, so other animals we have on the farm, way down there. So other animals we have on the farm, way down there, we've got our 2 sheep, and our neighbor's ram has come for a visit, so we know what that means. And then this is our Jersey Angus cross steer that we're going to be eventually putting in the freezer. This is Stacy's baby, who was bred to an Irish Dexter. He is so pretty. So he is a Belfair. We are hoping to sell him. I've listed him but not gotten a ton of bites yet. He has really a nice pedigree. His dad was a very fancy Irish Dexter with a good pedigree, so hoping I can get this guy sold. Even though he's so handsome, I'd love to keep him, but we just don't need a bull, especially one that can't breed with Stacy. So that's so weird that it looks blinky on the camera because it's totally not blinking. It literally just switched to day 18, so I'm about to up the humidity, and that means that come this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, I think they're even rotating right now. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, there they go. So anyway, Saturday and Sunday these will be hatching, and that will be very exciting. And I've started my collection to hatch more. Please excuse my mess of products in the background. You know, when we built this house, I didn't know I was going to start a farm business, and so this wasn't really what was supposed to be going on with this space, but you know, gotta put it somewhere. So that's so weird that it looks blinky on the camera because it's totally not blinking. It literally just switched to day 18, so I'm about to up the humidity, and that means that come this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, I think they're even rotating right now. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, there they go. So anyway, Saturday and Sunday these will be hatching, and that will be very exciting. And I've started my collection to hatch more. Please excuse my mess of products in the background. You know, when we built this house, I didn't know I was going to start a farm business, and so this wasn't really what was supposed to be going on with this space, but you know, gotta put it somewhere. All right, that's what we've got going on the farm right now. A lot of cleanup needs to be done. We've got an open farm day coming up March 25th. And then we have like kind of a farm play date. My kids are on spring break the week of March 13th. And so we've just invited kids to come out and play. So we've got some things coming up. So we got to get the farm cleaned up a little bit. You know, every winter things just kind of pile up because it's yucky outside. But the weather's been nicer lately. But I did just want to share some encouragement, because I know a lot of people are struggling right now. I mean, I'm sure a lot of farms are struggling right now just with cost of everything, feed costs and whatnot. We are really going to be working this spring to start producing our own food for our animals, like in what we grow. Working on growing more and working on clearing more pasture area in the back, using the pigs and goats and sheep and whatnot. So hopefully that will improve that for us. But you know, I know things can get really tough, and it seems like all the hard hits at once. You know, like our dishwasher broke, our refrigerator, freezer, one of them is like trying to go out. It makes some weird noises. The coveralls broke the other day. Just the clip. I was like, really? Something else breaking? But now, I mean, I'm not going to replace them because they still work. It's just this clip doesn't work, so I look a little bit like crisscross when I'm doing chores, but I'm okay with that. That's okay. It's warming up anyway. I'm not going to need my coveralls much longer. But it seems like sometimes all the hard hits at once, and you can't help but just think, like, why, God? Like, why is everything so hard? And that's really where I've been for, gosh, the past 2 months. But you know, the last few days, he's really just shown up. When we lost that baby goat Sunday, I was just like asking God, like, what else? Like, what else are you going to take from us? And you know what? Like, in that moment, like, God would have been well within his rights to just shut me down. But he didn't. In his kindness, it was just like this feeling came over me of, but look what I've given you. Farm life is hard. It's really hard sometimes, but the rewards are so amazing. But not only that, like, Christian life is hard sometimes, but man, the reward.
And God's never left us through all of this, even when I felt like I didn't understand, and I still don't. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever understand God's plan this side of heaven, but what I do know is that He's never left me, and that He has surrounded me with the greatest group of people. Thomas and I could not be more blessed with the friends that He's put in our life. People have really showed up for us. And so something that I would encourage you to do, because it's been really helpful for me, is instead of focusing on all the negative, and man, there's a lot of negative going on right now, acknowledging and counting all the blessings. So like the fact that Stacy upped her milk production by almost a full gallon over the last few weeks. The fact that we've got these 3 beautiful baby goats. The fact that we're about to have 20 chickens that we're going to get to raise and sell for meat. We have so much to be grateful for. And so I was reading in Job recently, because I felt like Job recently, granted, he had it worse, I know. But there's this verse toward the end of Job when he's talking to God, and this is before God has restored anything to Job. He is still in a very desolate place. And Job says to God, I know that you can do all things, and no purpose of yours will be thwarted. We can't in our sin and in our fallen world, we can't mess up God's plan. Even when we mess up, He's still in control, and He can redeem that. And that's just a really big comfort for me. God has a plan. God has a plan for our family. God has a plan for you. Sometimes it's hard to trust that plan, but He's so faithful. So I hope that's an encouragement to you out there today, that life can be really hard, and I know life's really hard for a lot of people right now. But you know what? One day every tear will be wiped from our eye, and that's going to be worth it. All right, enough getting emotional. I got to go pick up my kids. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching. Talk to you later.